You're listening to the Good Food CFO podcast, where we focus on financial strategies for building a profitable food business. I'm your host, Sarah Delavan. Today on the podcast, we're talking about real revenue. What is it and why is it so important for building a financially sustainable and profitable food business? Let's get to it. I want to start from the top. When you sell a product, you generate revenue, also known as top-line revenue. The cost to produce and sell that product is your cost of goods sold. When you subtract your cost of goods sold from your top-line revenue, the remaining value is what I call your real revenue. Now, some of you listening are thinking to yourselves that real revenue is sounding a lot like gross profit, but the two are different. Gross profit is a GAAP accounting term and real revenue is not. Now, for those of you who might be new around here or who aren't familiar with the term GAAP accounting, GAAP stands for Generally Accepted Accounting Principles. And under GAAP accounting, things like your merchant fees are considered an operating cost. But you and I both know that in most cases, those merchant fees never hit your bank account. So in our practice, we include costs like that, those that never hit your bank account from a sale, as cost of goods sold. As a result of the difference in how we look at the numbers, I use the term real revenue to describe the actual amount of top-line revenue that you'll have in your business to spend on operating costs, paying yourself, satisfying any of your monthly debt payments, saving for business taxes, and tucking away as profit. Without a healthy real revenue number, it is difficult, if not impossible, to achieve financial sustainability and profitability within your business. How do you get a sense of what your real revenue is? Well, we do it in the form of a profit assessment. You can calculate your real revenue value by reviewing your financial report and categorizing your expenses to look at them this way. When we complete a profit assessment for our clients, we pay particular attention to the real revenue value for each month within the assessment timeframe, which is typically 12 months. And there are three primary goals that we want real revenue to achieve. The first goal is to have positive real revenue in at least 7 out of the last 12 months. Now, having positive real revenue every month is difficult for a young CPG brand to achieve. And that's because you're typically investing in ingredients and packaging and labels and other types of items that are considered cost of goods sold. And when you're investing in these items and buying them in bulk, your COGS will exceed your revenue numbers in the early months, producing a negative real revenue. But as time passes, we want to see more and more positive real revenue months. And eventually, we want positive real revenue to consistently be happening within your business. Next, we want to see that the total 12-month real revenue value is positive. So even if you have ebbs and flows within your real revenue number from month to month, and there's some negative months within the 12-month timeframe, we want to see a positive real revenue number for the 12-month total. A positive real revenue number month to month and an overall 12-month real revenue value that is positive means that your top line revenue is greater than your cost of goods sold. And this is essential for building a profitable business. Again, in the early months, our expectation is that you'll be investing in COGS and buying in bulk. But as your sales begin to grow and you're producing from inventory, your real revenue should be positive. If it's not, it's a sign that it's time to reassess your ingredient and packaging costs, your labor costs, and any other COGS inputs that you have for your business. Something that many business owners don't realize is that their calculated product COGS don't always match their real world COGS. And that's because our calculated COGS don't take into consideration inventory and most often don't include production labor costs for tasks that fall outside of making a unit or a batch of your product, like receiving and putting away orders, setup and cleanup of the kitchen, team training, etc. So, doing the work to calculate your COGS before you launch your business is extremely important. But equally as important is reviewing your financials and seeing how your real life COGS look and how close or far they are from your calculated COGS and why. If you have a business that is not achieving positive real revenue values at least 7 months out of the year, or you have a negative real revenue value for the total most recent 12-month time frame, this is a sign that you may not be charging enough for your products, or that you may be managing purchasing and inventory in a way that is not the most beneficial for your business. Or it may mean that you need to examine labor inefficiencies, shipping costs, and other COGS. We developed our profit assessment tools and services to help you do this work and identify where to focus your attention in your business. And as a sponsor of today's episode, we're going to take a quick break to share a little bit about our DIY profit assessment course. This episode of the Good Food CFO podcast is sponsored by Sarah Delavan Consulting's Profit Assessment online course. This online course puts you in control of understanding your finances and making a plan to achieve your goals. Inside the course, you will learn exactly how to define your annual and quarterly goals based on your unique vision. Analyze your business's finances with our easy-to-use profit assessment template and establish your financial success formula and financial rollout plan. When you enroll, you get immediate access to our easy-to-use profit assessment template, financial rollout planner, and strategy finder. You also get access to our exclusive online platform and the Good Food CFO online network, plus a bonus vision and goal-setting workshop. Visit sarahdelavan.com or thegoodfoodcfo.com to learn more and enroll. The third and final goal that we have for your real revenue is that each month your real revenue value is greater than your monthly operating expenses. This is how you create operational profitability. When your monthly real revenue is greater than your total monthly operating costs, it means that you'll have enough money to pay for all of your operating expenses and have positive cash flow to begin paying yourself, paying down any debts, and put some money aside as profit. Now, some of you listening may be saying to yourself, if my real revenue is low, I just need to sell more. I just need to improve my sales. The more controlled your COGS are, the more money that hits your real revenue line and the more cash flow you have in your business. Selling more without awareness of your COGS spending or at a price that is too low for your business success will not result in increased real revenue. I want you to maximize your sales efforts, meaning that when you do sell more, your business is more profitable. And that means both increasing your sales and successfully hitting your COGS targets so that you have positive real revenue that grows with every sale. Others listening may be saying, if my real revenue is not enough to cover my operating expenses, then I need to start cutting expenses. Now, that may be true if you have some frivolous spending happening in your business, or if you're not strategically spending, meaning that your investments don't have a positive ROI or aren't serving to help you make more money. The truth is, it takes money. It takes investment to build a business. And if you start cutting costs in areas that will move your business forward, you could be shooting yourself right in the foot. What I recommend for business owners to do instead of immediately cutting costs, unless you know you've got frivolous spending, is to get clear on your fixed operating expenses, those things that you have to pay for every month in order to keep your business running. Then lay out the additional spending that you believe will support achieving your annual goals. This is called creating a financial plan or projection. And if you need more help or support in creating this, check out the previous 2 to 3 podcast episodes. There's some detailed information there for you. Once you've done this, you can determine your break-even revenue point. And then maybe you take that revenue value and you translate that into the number of units you need to sell this year or even each month of the year. Now you've got sales goals to break even for the year, and you can build a strategy around that. With this type of holistic view of your business, you can make the decisions that are best for you. Some of those decisions may revolve around boosting real revenue through COGS or price changes, or through strategic growth that focuses on your most profitable channels and customers. What I hope you walk away from today's episode with is an understanding on how important positive real revenue is and how essential it is to make sure that your real revenue value is enough to enable you to achieve financial sustainability and profitability. All month long during the month of March, we are talking about pricing in the free profitable food business community. And this topic very closely ties to real revenue. So join us there to continue the conversation, ask questions, and get support. If you're not yet a member, visit profitablefoodbusinesscommunity.mn.co to join us. And we've also got a link in the show notes. I hope you found this episode helpful and insightful. If you did, please consider rating and reviewing the show or sharing about it on social media so that other good food business owners can find us. I hope you all have a great day. I will see you back here with a brand new episode in 2 weeks.